Republic Newsbreak confirmed Rahul officially opts out of contest with Smriti Irani. On campaign trail, Prime Minister advises Rahul to not be scared as seat switchover continues. BJP ups the ante as Rahul chickens out from Amethi, says Congress will lose Raebareli too. Big twist in Rohith Vemula case. Report says Rohit was not a Dalit and gives clean chit to all the accused. SIT news tightens in sleaze tape scandal. Rape charge invoked against Prajwal Rivanna. Pakistan provokes yet again. Army chief says will continue to provide support to Kashmir. Hello and welcome. You watching This Is Exclusive with me, Shavan Singh. Ladies and gentlemen, there's been a big development in the case of Rohith Vemula. In fact, the Congress government in the state of Telangana has closed its probe into the death of Rohith Vemula, claiming he was not a Dalit and died by suicide because he was afraid that the real caste identity would be discovered. Back in 2016, if you remember those very images that we're going to just put out in a short while from now, there were students outside the university demanding that strict action should be taken against the Vice-Chancellor, the then Minister of Human Resource Development, Smriti, Irani, and a few other BJP leaders. They had blamed the death of Rohith Vemula on these very people. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, there was also a demand that the government should essentially be stepping in. Now, this particular closure report that has been accessed by Republic TV clearly goes on to indicate that Vice-Chancellor Professor Appa Rao, Bandaru Dattatreya, who was the member of the Parliament of Secunderabad, Smriti, Irani, Minister of HRD, BJP MLC, and Ramachander Rao and ABVP leaders are not responsible for the death of Rohith Vemula. Remember, his body was found around 7:20 in the evening on the 17th of January back in 2016, when the police had entered the room of Rohith Vemula and found the body. In fact, thereafter there was a massive ruckus. In 2022, it was Rahul Gandhi who had actually invited Rohith Vemula's mother to join the Congress party. And in fact, also made a promise that there would be a Rohith Vemula law that will be brought in to protect the Dalits, the interest of the Dalits. Today, it is the same very Congress government which has not only given a clean chit, but also says that there has not been enough evidence against those accused. In a short while from now, on This Is Exclusive, we will be joined by BJP MLC N. Ramachandra Rao, who also happens to be one of the accused. We'll try and see if we can go across N. Ramachandra Rao. Ladies and gentlemen, on This Is Exclusive, N. Ramachandra Rao, an accused in this particular case, and as per this very closure report, N. Ramachandra Rao has now been given a clean chit. Mr. Rao, thank you very much for speaking to Republic TV on This Is Exclusive. Let me straight away begin by asking you, it is the Congress government which says that there is not enough evidence to implicate anyone. It was the same very Congress government which had made the promise that a law will be passed and that law will be named after Rohith Vemula. Is it now clear that politics was being played and now they're completely silent on this entire matter?
Definitely, politics was played and the issue was blown out of the proportion. There was nothing in this case, even at that time. And then it was politicized so badly that even Rahul Gandhi and Kejriwal, they visited the university and knowing fully well that the case has no merits then. Even today, if you go through the entire case, you can see that that the deceased boy, Rohith Vemula, for whom we have full sympathies, he has written a suicide note, and nowhere in the suicide note he mentions about any abatement or any role by any person, and he said that there's no one is responsible for his death. When under that circumstances, what was necessary for these people, especially the leftist people, the urban Naxals, the Congress, the Maoists, all these to ganged up together, include the Muslim party, and they tried to politicize it to blame the Bharatiya Janata Party government in the center. It is a very unfortunate that a innocent student who died because of some other reasons had been politicized only to make political capital out of this such unfortunate incident.
Mr. Rao, let me just go back to 2016 when allegations were leveled against you and several other BJP leaders. They had blamed you and the others for the death of Rohith Vemula. What was the real story?
See, my role, even today, I don't understand what was my role. It was a mental agony for me because they tried to drag my name into it. In fact, I, as a public representative, as a representative of the graduates, then I visited the university only to inquire at what has happened, why ABVP student was attacked by the leftist students. That was the only reason. The reason for such incident at that time in the university was that they were glorifying Afzal Guru. They were trying to say that Afzal Guru, tere qatil jinda hai, hum badla lenge. This is what the slogans were given and posters was displayed. Only for that protest against that, when ABVP students protested, they attacked ABVP students and they tried to, file false case against them. At that time, I entered and asked the Vice-Chancellor that why have you filed false cases against the ABVP students? Is it wrong to protest against an anti-national activity? And at that time, these organizations, the student organizations who were opposed to the ABVP, they tried to make Afzal Guru, they glorify it, that was opposed by them. So I went to the campus only to know from the Vice-Chancellor that when a student was beaten up by these people, what action has been taken. But Rohit Vemula was nowhere in the picture. The case has no connection with that. The connection was only with the anti-national activity of some student, the organization, and the ABVP. Rohit Vemula was not at all a member of that particular organization. In his suicide note, he very clearly mentioned that for his death, no one is responsible. So why it has been politicized out of proportion?
Mr. Rao, but
is it a case where Rahul Gandhi comes there? Or
The question that the family members of Rohit Vemula are now asking is this, that why exactly is the police so very concerned about the caste identity of Rohit Vemula? Because that is a matter that the district collector basically will come to a conclusion about. It is not the prerogative of the police. Now, that's the allegation that has been leveled against the Telangana police at this point in time. As I understand, in a short while from now, there's a protest that's likely to take place in Hyderabad. So the question here is that they're saying politics being played over it and the fact that Telangana police has no jurisdiction over this entire matter.
Whatever the legality or the merits they may try to raise, the questions they may try to raise. I am not here on the boys' caste here. The caste has to be inquired by revenue officials. That is the procedure. MRO, at the instance of instruction of the collector, they go and inquire. And this is not the question of the caste. This is question of that a student organization which was having a left leaning, they tried to glorify Afzal Guru on the campus. When the Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad students protested, why they were beaten up? What was the action taken by the university then? This is the only question. Rohit Vemula's incident was an isolated incident, non-connected with this. But the Congress party and the leftist party tried to use that unfortunate incident, connecting it to the ABVP and the BJP leaders, and tried to make political capital out of it.
But Mr. Rao, there is one more question that has now been raised about the Telangana police, in particular, not taking into cognizance 17, roughly about between 15 to 17 statements linked to the caste identity. Hence the question that is being asked, is it handpicked, cherry-picked by the Telangana police? Because now the other allegation that is emerging is that the RSS, ABVP, Telangana police all are in the same boat. That's the latest that has come in.
We don't want to comment on his caste here, how his caste was identified by the revenue officials, because it is their prerogative. They have a procedure to investigate as how to assess a person's social status. But as far as the death is concerned, we have full sympathies with their family. But I only appeal to their family that don't fall into the trap of these political parties, because they are trying to exploit you, including the Muslim League, which promised some 20 lakhs rupees to their family. But even today, they have not been given. And that was also discussed on the television. My only question is that the Telangana Police, the report has been filed on the basis of the investigation, on the basis of the merits, on the basis of the material available to them. We have no role in those investigations. Investigation agencies are there. They have taken as per the law or legal course, and we respect the legal course of this country and their state. We believe that the truth has been must have been brought out during the investigation. Therefore, the closure report.
Mr. Rao, I'll just request you to stay on with us. We're getting in some more breaking news on this story that was first broken by Republic TV, and we're now being told that, in fact, the court has asked the family members to move the district court on this entire matter, because it turns out that the family members of Rohith Vemula will be meeting the Chief Minister of Telangana, Revant Reddy, in a few days from now. We'll try and get in some more reactions that are coming into the story. Let's also take that breaking news now coming in. Mr. Rao, I'll just request you to stay on. We'll also bring in Rahul Ishwar, who's joining us on this broadcast for the latest. Let's just quickly put out the breaking news that's coming in. Well, getting in some more breaking news on the latest development on Rohith Vemula. Remember, a closure report has now been filed by the Congress government in Telangana. This happened in the Telangana High Court just earlier in the day. We'll just put out the breaking news now coming in. More details basically emerging with regards to the investigation that's been carried out. Massive political ramification also taking place, because the Congress party is completely silent on this entire matter. They haven't uttered a single word. This after, remember, this became a major bone of contention, and rather it was the Congress party which had used this entire caste identity angle. Now that's the big talking point that's emerging. That's the big breaking news now coming in. Let's just quickly also go across to a quick response coming in from Rahul Ishwar. Rahul Ishwar and Mr. Rao, I'll just request both of you to stay on. Rahul Ishwar, the Congress party, it now becomes abundantly clear, played politics on this entire matter. So far, not a single response has really come in. Allegation now being leveled is that the Telangana police is working in cahoots with the RSS and the ABVP. That was the first reaction that came in with some of the junior leaders in the state of Telangana.
Charanji, first submission, whoever Rohith Vemula is, he is our brother, and his death is an unbelievable loss to us, and we should all mourn his death. That's an absolutely sad event. But second, the entire nation was taken for a ride. The entire nation was divided on caste angles. The entire nation was used by many Vampanthy forces of the left liberal or the central left forces to paint a picture that India is casteist, our institutions are casteist, people are casteist, our society, backward communities cannot live and breathe, was the narrative many people painted. Right now, the entire thing fell apart. We should definitely support Rohith Vemula and his family, even if they are Dalits or not. But at the same point of time, the fake victim Dalit card was used. The fake victim Dalit card was perpetuated. And right now they are telling Telangana is being ruled by Congress. Okay. Revant Reddy ji is the chief minister. Do you mean to say that Revant Reddy ji is working with BJP and Congress to do something? So those people who use this should come out and apologize. Say that we misused the death of a brilliant young boy for our own politics. We misused the death of a young, brilliant scholar to perpetuate caste divide in India. Whatever caste he belongs to, he is our brother, and that loss is absolutely painful. But those who even misuse this death should come out and apologize, or at least give a response on this whole thing.
Thank you very much, Rahul Ishwar, as well as Mr. N. Ramachandra Rao. Mr. Rao has been now given a clean chit. In fact, he was one of the accused in the FIR that was registered. Thank you very much, Mr. Rao, for joining us on this broadcast. Clipping at a short break. On the other side, we get you that another big exclusive coming in. Wrestlers taking on Brij Bhushan once again. We'll get you that story on the other side. The wrestlers and Brij Bhushan are back in the ring once again. This time, the anger is over the Lok Sabha ticket to Brij Bhushan's son, Karan Bhushan, the president of Uttar Pradesh Wrestling Association. While the opposition has called it politics of proxy, the wrestlers fear that the allegations could backfire and be pinned on the wrestlers if BJP comes to power. In fact, Republic TV spoke to the wrestlers on this entire matter, and also Brij Bhushan Singh, who was confronted by Republic TV. Take a look at this exclusive report.
The 2024 bout has begun. Another round of wrestlers versus sexual harassment accused Brij Bhushan hits the wrestling mat. The BJP has knocked out Brij Bhushan from Lok Sabha race as he faces sexual harassment charges by the wrestlers. However, the father was pulled out only to make way for his son Karan Bhushan Singh. The announcement ended all speculations and made the Lok Sabha fight clearer. But even before entering the 2024 ring, a fresh face-off has erupted. Grappling with the allegations of sexual harassment, Brij Bhushan continues to face the ire of the wrestlers. Ace wrestler Sakshi Malik took to Twitter and exclaimed the daughters of the country have lost. She further alleged that the spirit of crores of women was shattered by issuing ticket to Karan Bhushan Singh. In the eye of a controversy, how is Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh dealing with the outrage? Republic TV spoke exclusively to him, and here's how the conversation panned out.
मेरे साथ बात करने के लिए मौजूद है ब्रिज भूषण शरण सिंह, जिनका टिकट काट करके उनके बेटे करण भूषण को टिकट दिया गया है। आपके पुत्र टिकट लिए चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं इसी सीट से, आपकी सीट पर प्रतिक्रिया क्या होगी? आप
लड़ रहे हैं और जीतेंगे।
आप आश्वस्त है कि जीतेंगे?
बहुत भारी मतों से।
आपका जो मार्जिन रहा है हमेशा से सीट पर काफी ज्यादा रहा है, आपको भरपूर यहाँ
रहेगा,
दोगुना। अच्छा, आप लेकिन नहीं लड़ रहे, इसका अफसोस है आपको?
हैं?
आप नहीं लड़ रहे, इसका अफसोस है?
क्या लगता है कि मुझे अफसोस है? मुझे कोई अफसोस नहीं है।
The wrestlers have termed Karan as a proxy candidate, while they feel that his father will continue to hold influence. We also spoke exclusively to Bajrang Punia. Listen in to the plight of the wrestlers.
सर, ये जो बीजेपी ने ब्रिज भूषण सिंह के बेटे करण सिंह भूषण को जो कैसरगंज से टिकट दिया है, आप इसको कैसे देखते हैं सर?
देखो भाई, ये तो बीजेपी पार्टी को डिसाइड करना चाहिए कि भाई वो बेटियों के साथ है या बेटियों के साथ अत्याचार करने वाले लोगों के साथ है। बाप बेटे में कोई अंतर तो होता नहीं कि भाई अंतर है। आप उसी घर में आप टिकट दे, इतनी मजबूरी तो नहीं होनी चाहिए कि एक आदमी के आगे आप बिल्कुल नतमस्तक हैं। इतनी बड़ी पार्टी अपने आप को बता रहे हैं और बोल रहे हैं कि महिला सशक्तिकरण का हम उदाहरण देते हैं कि भाई हम महिलाओं के सम्मान के लिए लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं, हम ये कर रहे हैं। बीजेपी के कितने जो लीडर हैं जिनकी अभी 2-4 महीने के अंदर वीडियो चल रही है और वो बोल रहे हैं कि भाई हम परिवारवाद नहीं करते। आप एक आदमी के आगे इतने नतमस्तक है कि भाई पहले WFI को भी उसी को दे दिया, उसका डम्मी बैठाया, अब उसके लड़के को, उसमें बाप बेटे में अंतर होता तो हम मान लेते।
Have the wrestlers lost the long-fought war? Will their sentiment have any bearing on the 2024 battle? These questions will be answered on the 4th of June. Bureau Report, Republic TV.